Well, thanks. I was in Zimbabwe most recently in February, but we've had other senior U.S. government officials visiting more recently. There's obviously a great deal of interest in the U.S. government about what's happening in Zimbabwe right now because they're having elections next month, and the elections are very important. But my comments at the panel that I was taking part in here today, I tried to emphasize that our focus on Zimbabwe doesn't just go between now and the elections. We seek a better relationship with Zimbabwe, but for that to be possible, we need to see a wide range of reforms from the Zimbabwean government, political, economic, human rights reforms, in addition to holding a free and fair and credible election next month.
Mr. Mnangagwa has been actually pledging that he's going to hold a free and credible election.
Yes.
What's your opinion on that?
Well, we very much welcome the fact that he has said that. We welcome many of the steps that the President has taken. He has welcomed international observers into the country, and the United States is taking advantage of that. But of course, we'll be looking at all of the actions surrounding the elections, other aspects of the preparations as well, not simply his declared intent for free and fair elections. We'll be watching the actual results as well.
But is it going in the right direction?
Well, broadly speaking, in the right direction. I can quote some of the colleagues who participated in this event today, who pointed out many positive things about the electoral environment. However, also many areas where there have been missed opportunities, where things could have been done that haven't been done yet. And frankly, these things could still be done between now and July 30th to ensure the best possible election for the Zimbabwean people.
What are the things that have not been done?
Well, there's a long list. We've discussed the situation of the voters' roll. Zimbabweans have been asking for the voters' roll to be released in a format so that groups can compare it and make sure that there are no problems with it. To date, that hasn't been done. There will, of course, be the importance of free and fair access to the press for all political parties between now and the election. And then, of course, on election day itself, the matters of counting the votes and so on, those logistical arrangements are very important as well. So there's many aspects to it.
So you don't think that there will be free, fair and credible election?
We certainly hope there will be, and we'll be watching very closely between now and July 30th with that as our hope.
And people are interested in the sanctions. What is going to happen after the elections?
Well, the sanctions are one part of our relationship with Zimbabwe. We have a lot of engagement with the people of Zimbabwe, a lot of assistance in the areas of health, a lot of support for civil society organizations. We also do have sanctions on specific individuals and restrictions that come from the executive orders that establish those sanctions. Over time, if the situation in Zimbabwe changes, we would welcome a more normal relationship with Zimbabwe, where eventually those sanctions go away and we have a completely free and normal and positive, supportive relationship with the government of Zimbabwe.
And lastly, what are your fears with the military?
Well, of course, it's a concern. Anytime the military seems to be involved in political affairs, that's something that has been raised. For example, as you mentioned, the sanctions, the legislation which created sanctions specifically speaks to the issue of the military and how the civilian authorities must exercise control of the military. So that's one very important aspect that we'll be looking at in the months ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you.